Well, Watson, another mystery solved. I've got to confess, I thought Moriarty might have us on that one.
Nonsense, Sherlock. He cannot defeat you.
Ah,
I'm hungry.
I'm starving too. Well, I don't have much, but we could have some toast.
I'll grab the butter and jam.
Why, Watson, that's real butter. Surely you didn't mean to grab that. It clogs your arteries, you know.
No, Sherlock. Margarine is far worse for you than butter. It contains trans fats. So which is worse, butter or margarine?
Looks like we've got another mystery to solve.
Dun dun dun!
Which is healthier, butter or margarine? It's a great question that many consumers wonder, but first we need to understand what is margarine. In 1869, Emperor Napoleon III of France proposed a challenge to create a butter alternative that could be offered to armed forces and lower classes. This was taken up by a French chemist, Hippolyte Mige-Murier, who created the first bread he called oleomargarine. Although this product did not succeed on a commercial level in France, in 1871 the patent was sold to a Dutch company, Jurgens, and the first factory, Benedict Klein Margarine Work, produced oleomargarine in Germany. The same year, margarine made its way to the United States, which was typically a combination of animal and vegetable fat. However, margarine's commercial success in the U.S. was not nearly this simple. Many butter companies felt threatened that there may be a similar spread available at a lower cost. This led to legislation to discourage its purchase, including artificial coloring laws and taxes. Some states even forced companies to dye the spread an unappealing pink in order to deter customers, but by 1950, many of these laws were repealed, including the tax. The next 50 years, margarine gradually evolved into the spread we know today. Now, brands like I Can't Believe It's Not Butter have emerged, creating a competitive market. Take a look at the back of a margarine food label. Notice all the different ingredients: salt, water, oil, lecithin, the list goes on and on. But how is margarine made?
The first two ingredients in margarine are water and oil. Well, what have I been doing all these years buying it when I could have made it myself? Why won't these mix together? I've been stirring forever. What am I missing?
Margarine contains emulsifiers, most commonly lecithin. Emulsifiers are added to margarine to prevent the water, a polar molecule, and the oil, a non-polar molecule, from separating. No, not that kind of polar, this kind of polar. When two liquids will not combine for this reason, they are called immiscible liquids. But here's how it works. In a molecule of water, the charges are asymmetrically shared. Because of this, the hydrogen atoms carry a more positive charge, and the oxygen atoms carry a more negative charge. This can be attributed to the higher electronegativity of oxygen compared to its hydrogen counterparts, which carry a low electronegativity. Because of this unequal sharing, water molecules tend to want to make a formation together, which is why water has a high surface tension. Therefore, when one adds uncharged oil to the water tends to push it away because it would rather associate with itself. However, by adding emulsifiers, this behavior can be eliminated. All emulsifiers have two ends, a hydrophilic end, or water-loving, and a hydrophobic end, water-repelling. Therefore, when emulsifiers are evenly distributed through a water and oil mixture, they will not separate. Emulsifiers are important in many foods, including margarine, salad dressing, and ice cream.
Okay, so I understand why they won't mix together now, but if they would, wouldn't they still be liquid?
Sherlock, why are you stuck on this homemade margarine thing? Even if you made it, it wouldn't be any good. Can we just get back to which one is healthier?
Oh, be quiet, Watson. I'm trying to learn chemistry.
Butter contains saturated fat. This means that it contains no carbon double bonds. All of these are filled or saturated with hydrogen. In contrast, vegetable oils, which make up margarine, contain polyunsaturated fat, meaning that they contain many carbon double bonds. Polyunsaturated fats are considered healthy fats, while saturated fats contribute to diseases like cardiovascular disease. However, since vegetable oils, like other unsaturated fats, are liquid at room temperature, they must undergo a process called hydrogenation to achieve a spreadable consistency. During this process, oil reacts with the hydrogen so that some of the carbon double bonds are converted to hydrogen single bonds. Because only some of the carbon double bonds are replaced with hydrogen, this is called partial hydrogenation. This may sound like a healthy way to avoid saturated fats using butter. However, when oil undergoes hydrogenation, a simple but vital change occurs. Cis bonds become trans bonds. Cis, meaning same, refers to the hydrogen atoms being located on the same side. In trans bonds, they are located on opposite sides, giving them the name trans fats. When trans fats are processed in the body, they raise bad cholesterol and lower good cholesterol, which can lead to heart attacks and strokes.
Sherlock, I told you! Trans fats are terrible for you, and margarine does contain them.
Well, give that to me. How much trans fat is really in this? Wait! There aren't any trans fats in this margarine. I don't know what you've been bragging about, Watson. I haven't been eating anything unhealthy.
But if the fat isn't hydrogenated, how is this special margarine not liquid?
Trans fat-free margarine is made through a process called enzyme intrasterification. A normal fat molecule is a glycerol molecule surrounded by 3 fatty acids. In a saturated fat, all 3 of the fatty acids are filled with hydrogen, and in an unsaturated fat, carbon double bonds are present. Through this process, 1 or 2 of the 3 unsaturated fatty acids in the triglyceride are replaced with a saturated fatty acid. After mixing a liquid unsaturated fat with a solid saturated fat like glycerol tristerate, an enzyme called lipase is added to the mixture. The lipase disconnects the fatty acids from the glycerol. When the fatty acids recombine, a mixture of saturated and unsaturated attach to the glycerol, resulting in a partially hydrogenated fat. Many modern tub margarines are made this way. However, stick margarines are typically not made using this process, resulting in a high trans fat content. This is why it is important to check the food label on these products for trans fats.
So I guess we're both sort of right.
I guess we were.
This is Sherlock. Okay, we're on our way. Watson, we've got to go. Moriarty invented a machine that steals all the hydrogen atoms off the water molecules.
We better go.
For more information about this project and others, please go to chemistryislife.com.